She drove 47 miles to rescue a 150-pound Cane Corso that 11 families had already walked away from. Everyone warned her. Her neighbors called. 4 separate people told her it was a mistake. But at 2:47 a.m. on a Friday night in January, that same dog did something that shocked every single one of them and saved her daughter without making a sound. Some dogs find their person the moment they walk through the door, and some dogs find the person nobody told them to find. Karen Malloy was 31 years old when she drove 47 miles to a rescue shelter in rural Tennessee on a Tuesday afternoon in October. She wasn't looking for a 150-pound Cane Corso. She was looking for something small, something manageable, something that would fit in her car without reorganizing the entire front seat. She came home with Zeus. Zeus was 2 years old, gray-black, chain-collared, and had been at Millbrook Animal Rescue for 214 days. In that time, 11 families had inquired about him, 7 had visited, 0 had adopted. The shelter coordinator, a man named Gerald, walked Karen to his kennel with the specific energy of someone preparing to deliver bad news. "He's not aggressive," Gerald said carefully. "He's just a lot." Zeus was sitting perfectly upright in the center of his kennel, not pacing, not barking, just sitting, completely still, watching Karen with eyes the color of dark copper. He looked less like a dog waiting to be adopted and more like a dog waiting to be understood. Karen opened the kennel door. Zeus stood up, walked directly to her, and sat down at her feet. Gerald blinked. He's never done that. Karen signed the papers 35 minutes later. The drive home was an education. Zeus sat in the back for exactly 6 minutes before climbing over the center console and pressing his full 150-pound body into the front passenger seat. He spent the remaining 41 minutes of the journey with his head on Karen's shoulder, drooling steadily onto her jacket. Karen drove with 11 inches of available space and her left arm completely pinned. She didn't move him once. The first week, Karen's daughter Emma watched Zeus from a careful distance. Emma was 7 years old, small for her age, serious in the way that only certain 7-year-olds are, the kind who read books with their knees pulled to their chest and their socks mismatched, and their full attention somewhere the rest of the world couldn't follow. Zeus noticed Emma on day 2. He didn't approach her, he simply began to position himself in whatever room she was in, on the couch while she read, near the kitchen table while she did homework, at the foot of the stairs while she climbed up to her room. Not crowding her, not demanding anything, just there. A 150-pound presence that had quietly decided Emma was the most important thing in the building and intended to act accordingly. Karen's neighbor, a woman named Deborah, saw Zeus through the window one afternoon and called immediately. "Karen, that dog is the size of a small horse. Is Emma safe?" "Karen is the only one he's gentle with," Karen said. Deborah did not find this reassuring. She told 3 other neighbors. By the end of the month, 4 separate people had expressed concern, offered opinions, and suggested that a 150-pound Cane Corso and a 7-year-old girl was not a combination that ended well. Karen listened to all of them. She thanks them. She did not rehome Zeus. "I see you're still watching and still haven't subscribed. That honestly stings a little. Hit subscribe. You'll want to see what happens next." What the neighbors didn't see was what happened every night after Emma went to bed. Zeus would follow her upstairs, wait while she brushed her teeth, and then take his position. Not on the bed, never on the bed, always on the floor directly beside it, facing the door. Not curled up, not relaxed, upright, watching. Karen checked on Emma one night at 11:19 p.m. and stood in the doorway for a long moment watching Zeus in the dark. He turned his head toward her, held eye contact, then turned back to the door. She went to bed, and for the first time since moving into that house, alone with Emma after the divorce, she slept without waking up at 3 a.m. to check the locks. She had been doing it for 14 months. Every night, without fail, at some point between 2 and 4 a.m., she would wake up, lie still for a moment, and then get up to check the front door, the back door, the kitchen window. She never told anyone. It was just something she did. Something that had started the night she realized the house was hers alone now, and the locks were her responsibility, and nobody else was going to check them. Zeus checked them now. She didn't realize it until the 3rd week, but she had slept through the night every single night since he came home. On a Friday night in January at 2:47 a.m., Zeus barked. Karen was awake in seconds. She knew immediately this was different. Not his low, lazy bark that meant he'd heard a raccoon near the trash. This was sharp, controlled. 3 short bursts, then silence. She ran to the hallway. Zeus was not at Emma's door. He was at the top of the stairs, completely still, staring down toward the ground floor. His hackles were raised in a line from his neck to the base of his tail. His body was a wall between the staircase and Emma's room. Karen looked down. The back door was open. Not broken, open. The latch had been lifted. Cool air was moving through the kitchen. She grabbed Emma, locked them both in the bathroom, and called 911. 2 officers arrived in 8 minutes. They swept the house and the yard. In the garden, they found footprints in the mud near the back fence, fresh ones, and a section of fence that had been tested, pushed, probed, looking for give. The officer who spoke to Karen afterward was careful with his words. "Whatever made him stop at the door," he said, nodding toward Zeus, who was sitting beside Emma in the hallway, "probably saved you a very bad night." Karen looked at Zeus. Zeus looked at the door. The same dog that 11 families had passed, that 7 had visited and walked away from, that 214 days of shelter life had not broken and had not softened and had not made small. He was the reason nothing came through that door. Today, Zeus is 3 years old. Emma is 8. She still reads with her knees pulled to her chest and her socks mismatched, and Zeus pressed against her side like a warm, breathing wall. He still sleeps on the floor beside her bed, facing the door every single night. The neighbors stopped commenting a long time ago. Some things don't need an explanation. Some things just need time, and a dog who already knew exactly what he was there for. Karen didn't save Zeus. She just drove 47 miles and opened a kennel door. Zeus did the rest. If you've ever adopted a dog that turned out to be exactly what your family needed, drop their name in the comments and tell me, do you think Zeus chose Emma or did Emma choose Zeus? I want to hear what you think.